Stories from the heart of mid-Michigan. This is Fox 47 News at 10.
Two Lansing homeless shelters are temporarily stopping their intake of new guests. Lansing City Rescue Mission and New Hope Community Center. I talked to representatives from both shelters to find out why.
River Shell Apartments here on the south side of Lansing is under fire with the city. Coming up on Fox 47 News, I'll tell you exactly why.
The independent group tasked with drawing new voting districts for Michigan is here in Lansing tonight to hear comments from the public. Coming up, I'll tell you what they have to say.
Thank you for joining us, Mid-Michigan. I'm Joe Gebhardt. Michigan State University is hoping to increase the graduation rate of underprivileged and minority students by the start of the next decade. Your neighborhood reporter, Yasmin Ludi, has a breakdown of their plan to do that.
MSU has created a campus-wide strategic plan laying out the goals they hope to achieve by 2030. Increasing graduation rates for marginalized and minority students is on the list.
MSU has tremendous graduation rates when we look at colleges and universities across the country. But one of the things that we also see, and it's been discussed through research and through our own data work over the years, is the gaps that exist in terms of our graduation rates.
2010 and 2020, MSU's overall graduation rate increased from 77% to 81%. That means more than 4 out of 5 undergraduates earned a degree within 6 years. Asian, Native American, and white students had graduation rates of 81% or higher, while Black students sat at 63%, according to the National Center for Education Statistics. Research shows a big reason for the discrepancy is financial pressure, whether that's simply not having enough money or having to work more hours to make ends meet. But Black students at MSU say there are other reasons too.
When you are at a PWI institution and you're a person of color, it's automatically like it's you of us the world, because you don't see people like you every day.
Marcus McDaniel, a campus representative for the Black Student Alliance, believes this can affect graduation rates for minorities. But MSU officials say the university is addressing the issue through its Neighborhood Student Success Collaborative.
So identity conscious student success work is this idea of centering the student's identity in the academic environment and the experience.
Royal tells me through the neighborhoods, they offer programs that focus on first-generation students, students of color who want to go into STEM, and more.
The identity conscious work is really about bringing faculty, staff, and students together who self-identify with the community to talk about what success looks like for that particular community.
McDaniel believes the plan for increasing graduation rates is a step in the right direction, but says a true first step would be a committee of students and faculty working on the plan together.
Because the faculty's longevity or lifespan on this campus is way longer than any students. So by having them continue the committees and as well as to implement stuff year by year that will help people of color, help minorities out, that's going to be the first step. Just forming that committee and maintaining it.
Aims to raise the 6-year average graduation rate for undergraduate students to 86% by 2030. For now, I'm Yasmin Ludi, Fox 47 News.
COVID-19 outbreaks have caused 2 Lansing homeless shelters to temporarily limit their operations, the Lansing City Rescue Mission and the New Hope Community Center. The Lansing City Rescue Mission is temporarily limiting the intake of guests at their women and children's facilities after 7 people tested positive last week. That number is now up to 10. The New Hope Community Center had about 20 positive cases, causing them to shelter in place starting this past Wednesday. While City Rescue Mission and New Hope Community Center are not taking new guests at this time, they will continue to provide care for their current guests.
The thought just was, we want to make sure that we're not introducing people into a situation until we're fully aware of how we're going to handle it and make sure that things are operating smoothly.
Laura Grimwood, Senior Director of Communications at Lansing City Rescue Mission, says Ingham County Health Department provided quarantine for guests in the past, but is unable to do that right now. Sharon Dade, Director of New Hope Community Center, says this can be an additional stress to some guests.
I think it's always uncomfortable. No one wants to be suggested that they have to stay in one place, right? And we serve a fairly transient population of folks, and we are a low barrier shelter, so that makes it even more challenging. But I think for the most part, our residents have been very cooperative with us. They may not like it, but they do understand it.
Grimwood says these closures could have negative effects on the community.
Unfortunately, we are pretty much the largest shelter for women and children in our community. And so if we're limited on how many we can take in, that can cause some challenges for the need that we're seeing in our neighborhoods, really.
And Dade says she worries how future COVID outbreaks could affect these shelters.
There's definitely some planning at the community level that needs to happen to determine what happens when we don't have capacity anymore. And with COVID, of course, we sometimes are operating at a reduced capacity just because we don't have isolation rooms. That's not what we're set up to do.
While they are not accepting new guests, New Hope Community Center will continue to help community members at Advent House Ministries. The Lansing City Rescue Mission's plan is to quarantine current guests and stop the intake of new guests until they've had 2 weeks of negative testing. New Hope Community Center will be closed to the public, volunteers, and any non-residents until November 1st. Reporting, I'm Margaret Cahill, Fox 47 News.
Well, it certainly felt much more like fall today, and ready or not, it sounds like things are going to stay this way. Let's get the details now from our meteorologist, Anthony Dommel.
Let's get busy with this forecast, everybody. Go to this graph model, which does pick it up around midnight tonight and starting to show some breaks in the overcast. We'll see about that. Some of the models really breaking up these clouds, and that leads to dropping temperatures into the upper half of the 30s overnight tonight. So how about that? We do not have any frost advisories out there, and so we're going to be monitoring these clouds because if indeed they do break up like the model is showing, that could be a very chilly start to the day on Friday. Otherwise, if we maintain more clouds, we're probably only going down to around 40 to the lower 40s. So it'll be kind of interesting to see how that plays out overnight tonight. A lot of clouds, though, gathering again Friday morning off on the west side of the state. Those will blow into the Lansing area, turn us mostly cloudy into the afternoon with a couple sprinkles even around, perhaps even a light shower. Nothing real significant, but maybe a little damp there through the afternoon and early evening as we take it into Saturday morning. Go into Saturday afternoon, partly sunny skies. And again, there may be a sprinkle with a little lake effect contribution blowing in there on the first half of the weekend. Let's go to that 7-day forecast, everybody. 51 tomorrow, 54 on Saturday. We're talking 52 Sunday. Late day. I mean, actually, I'm thinking later evening showers do press on in, and that'll continue us rainy into Monday. Highs in the upper 40s. That is going to be chilly. And then we do rebound into the lower 60s. So I guess that's something to look forward to by Wednesday and Thursday. Could be a new shower at that time.
The city of Lansing is taking action against an apartment complex that residents say haven't been keeping up with repairs. Your neighborhood reporter Larry Wallace is telling us what the city is doing to address these issues and what will happen if they're not fixed.
After years of failing to make repairs, the owner and the managers right here at Rivershell Apartment are under fire from the city. And city officials say if the repairs aren't made by this week, they're not afraid to take it to court.
No one wants to talk? You have no card from court, sir, or anything?
No, sir. No comment.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
That was the conversation I had with the leasing office at Rivershell Apartment. All 7 buildings in the Southwest Lansing complex now have these pink tags plastered on them because the city says management has failed to fix things like loose toilets, missing smoke detectors, potholes, and even garbage disposals. Residents we talked to say these problems have lingered for years.
There ain't no help. We complain, they don't do nothing. The lady upstairs moved out. Trash, maggots, every time it rains, we get maggots down on our deck.
And the smell was so bad during the heat and stuff, when it was 90 degrees or more. We had to have the front door and the back door wide open because you couldn't even stand to walk in the hallway.
The city placed the pink tax that prohibits leasing last month, and city officials are giving Rivershell's management until Friday to fix the problems. And if not fixed, there may be legal consequences.
If these issues aren't fixed by then what happens?
Yeah, we would probably move down a direction of getting the courts involved.
We oftentimes can seek fines, penalties, or ultimately just court-ordered compliance.
River Shell has around 120 units, and the city says they will not be vacating residents if the issues aren't fixed. But some residents say they hope change comes soon, or they will have to make the decision to move themselves.
Living conditions are bad.
Now River Shell Apartments is owned by a California company by the name of A&D Mark River Shell Apartments LLC, and we reached out to their resident agent, Dave Pinson, but have not heard anything back. For now, we're here on the south side of Lansing. I'm Larry Wallace, Fox 47 News.
Fox 47 wants to hear from you. Send us a news tip or connect with us on social.